I'm so high, so high. They told me to sit back, don't make a sound, don't go to the unknown, but I'm too curious for that. Might be a little crazy, I don't mind. I like the way it feels. No need to set off the alarm. No, so I won't stick with it, running in a wheel, no. So I'll be taking off, for I'm dead and gone. Oh, I'm so high, so high. I'm erase the aeroplanes up in the sky. I'm so high, so high. I'm a dream and fall asleep on clouds tonight. Yeah. You see, my home is where my heart is, so I reach for higher ground. I'm living out of a suitcase. I'm getting close, now I can taste it. Flavors bitter, still so sweet. I see.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be, but they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn, but they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about their feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not.
Good morning. Welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona. Coming to you live from the Ironwood Forest National Monument. That's what I do. I fix stuff and I know things. Hope everybody is doing well. I got my metal coffee cup because I've been working outside for the last few days. Sorry for the delay. I could not get the stream started on the 1080 side, so I had to go back to 720 and then it started working. I don't know why. It's a glitch in the matrix, I guess. All right, let's see who we have here. Jolly Matilda popped in early, taking her minivan in for repairs. This is Tracy for anyone who knows her. Really nice lady. Great supporter. She's been around a long time. Ivan K's here. He's packing. All right. Very cool. Stella's here. Good morning, Stella. Coming to you from hot and sunny Southern California. 90s, 90s. That ain't nothing, Stella. That ain't nothing. Let me brag a little bit. Hey Siri, what's our weather here today?
The National Weather Service has issued an extreme heat warning. Expect some clear skies today. Daytime temperatures will hover around 109 degrees, with overnight lows around 82.
109 is in a nice, cool park. It's going to be like 115 out here in the desert. So I'll take the 90s, Stella, if you want to trade. Captain Jack Scrapper's here, working and lurking. Lee is here. Good morning. Good morning. Gracie and Jock's Adventures. Whoa, that's cool up there, huh? You're a lot cooler than we are down here. Roy and Becky's Travels. Boy, we got a good crew going today. Howdy, howdy. Boy, interesting weekend for races. There's Have Cheetah Well View. Good morning, good morning. Traveling Merton and Sue. Good morning, good morning. Missed their live yesterday. Merton was out working on lawnmowers and his shed, so they didn't go live. Driving and listening. There's my technical difficulties. Frustrating. New Horizons is here. Hello, hello. And there's Linda. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Then I went through and restarted my laptop and it wouldn't work. So I had to run it at 720. There's Ringo. Hello, hello. Gracie saying hello. There's Tommy. Good morning, Tommy. Good to have you. That's right. Is that Adele? Not necessarily Stella, but Adele. Scrolling. There's Carol. All right. Let me see where my boy Lucas is. Lucas, come here. Okay, here he is. There's Lucas. We went out early to play this morning. We get up, he usually puts his nose in our armpit about, 4:30 or usually 5, closer to 4:30. So he wakes us up in the morning, and then before it gets hot, we take him outside and we play fetch and get him good and exercised, and then we take naps the rest of the day, right, until the afternoon, and then we go out and play just before sundown when it gets cool enough. Yeah, good boy. Are you a good boy? Yes, he is. Yeah, he's a good boy, but he's doing great. He's getting some gray in his whiskers. And I was trying to figure out what age they are when that starts to happen. And all I can find out is like 4 or 5 years old. There's Ray Crum. Good morning. Good morning. Good to have you, Ray. Hope you're doing well. And I did make that change you requested on your channel name. We decided to hold off due to severe weather conditions rolling through the area. Yeah, we've got severe weather supposedly. You know, there's only one person in the whole world or one job in the whole world where you can be more than 75% wrong and still keep your job. What's that? That's a weather person. But they're saying that we're supposed to have rain rolling in starting tomorrow. This is the monsoon flow that we stand by and hope for every summer, and it's going to supposedly start tomorrow. We'll see. Let's do this. There's Fairy Dusk. Renee, how you doing? John P. Adventures is here. Good to see you. Linda saying hello to everybody. There's Step Van Dan. Good morning. Good morning. Listening while lurking. Yep, that's my cup. That's my cup. Quite often I'll go out on the property and we have, I don't know, an acre and a half fenced in, and so I'm always out there putzing around, and I usually leave my cup somewhere. So Oki bought this for me, and she thinks it fits me because my latest project is which I just about finished, is a carport. So we live out in a rural area. We don't have any HOAs or anything. And so I can pretty much build whatever I want. And if you've been in the desert, you know that shade is really important, especially for your vehicles. So I added this carport right here for this new vehicle that we acquired. This was the Honda Accord. It's a 2006 with 114,000 miles on it. Just barely broke in. But the paint is toasted on it because of the sun here. It's lived its whole life pretty much in an apartment parking lot, and I'm hoping to get a quote on getting it repainted. So, in the meantime, I built this structure here off an existing fence that I built 20 years ago, and it works pretty well. So it's going to keep the sun off of it. And this is a really nice car. It's got leather interior, 3.0 six-cylinder. It's really zippy, and don't really need another car, but it's cheap enough and it gives me something to work on. I break stuff and know nothing. I wonder if there's a cup out there like that. I break stuff and I know nothing, Roy says. That's pretty good. There's CR View. Good morning, Tim, Gracie, and Crystal. You got those batteries up and running? CR View's been working on upgrading their solar and their batteries so they can run air conditioning up there on Quartzsite. Hit 116 yesterday. That's about where we were at yesterday. Maybe 115, I think. But yeah, summer has finally arrived. And I understand we're supposed to get some rain off the Mogollon Rim, is what my weather guy is saying. Dan says, great to see y'all. Ooh, 80s. Must be nice, John. Must be nice. Of course, what's your humidity? Ours was 23% this morning when I got up and looked at it. Yeah, that's right. A lot of racing this weekend. It was fun. You were here yesterday for the live stream. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being early. That was my motto when I was working. We had a CEO at the co-op that said, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. So I was always early. Stopped at light, so can't type. Don't type. Don't type. Whoever this is, if this is Merton or Sue, or both. Scrolling. Let's see what Jock has to say. Jock stated getting some gray around his mouth about a year ago, and he's only 3. Oh, Jock started getting some gray around his mouth. Only 3. Oh, that's interesting. So if it's, what is it, 7 years or 8 years for dog ears? There's Captain Jack popped up. What did you do to piss Mama Nature off? He's asking New Horizons. Mother Nature is in charge. We all know that. And so I have Starlink plugged into my battery, 600 amp hour battery pack in the garage. I run an outlet into the office here. We've got solar panels out, and we'll have blinks when the storms roll through and the lightning hits. We'll have power blinks, and of course, Starlink doesn't like that. It'll survive it, but it shuts down and has to reboot. So I've got that running on batteries, so it won't do that. Dan says they had a bunch of rain last week. The trees draw all the water to the top and tip right over. Wow. Cutting lots of wood. Captain Jab popping in between work calls. Lily T is here. Hey, Lily, so your username comes out fine. So we were having a discussion in the chat during Ava's live stream this morning. Our names were showing up different. And so it must be, I don't know what it is. I did go into my channel and verified that my channel name was set up, but you can go into settings and make sure your channel name shows up the way you like it. Did you guys notice that in Ava's live stream? I don't know why hers is different than mine, but it defaulted to that YouTube channel name, that gives you your name and all the numbers at the end of it. And I'm not sure why. Uh-oh, tearing apart the Jeep. Yikes. You know what they call Jeeps, right, Lily? Just empty every pocket. I got 2 of those, and they're old, but I can still work on them. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Kathleen Klein says, but it's a dry heat, just like your oven, right? Yep, you're right. It's a dry heat. Speaking of that, so yesterday alone, they had to rescue people from Tucson and Phoenix. And they were mostly young people that were out for a hike and they got into trouble. They called 911 and they had to send rescue people out there to bring them back. So people want to go out hiking, and here in the desert, we don't do that in the summertime. Or if you do, you're out at 5 or 6 and you're back by 9. You don't go hiking when you wake up at 9 and go out at noon. It's just not safe because you're not going to carry enough water and you're going to get overheated. And that's what happens to a lot of people. I know some people come in on business trips into Phoenix and Tucson, and they want to get out and look at the desert, and they get out and they get into trouble sometimes. So don't hike in the summertime, especially when it's over 100 degrees. Yeah, it's nice to see Kathleen in here. 87% and 81 in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where Jack is. Ooh, that's kind of sticky. That's more like it, huh? 13%. We're a little more than that, Roy. And I don't know if you checked your weather up there, but if we get some rain coming off the Mogollon Rim, you guys should get some too. 7 years. Big dogs tend to have less of it. That's true, yeah. We've had a lot of animals at the Beyer Ranch here over the years, and the last chocolate lab that we had lived to be 14 years and 4 months, and his sister Maggie, which was a Cairn Terrier, she lived to be 16, and We thought that was a little young for a Cairn Terrier, but she ended up with cancer. Not much you can do about that. We've had a poodle in the past when we got married, and geez, he lived to be 18 or 19, something like that. Dog years are now calculated by breed and weight, so who knows now? Ah, and I do notice that Lucas is slowing down a little bit. We could throw that ball out there and 50 times and he would bring it back. Now he's got smart. When he gets tired or hot, he takes his ball and he'll run right past you and run into the garage and drop his ball in the garage. And he says, "Okay, I'm ready for air conditioning." 7 to 8 years for our Mastiff. Mastiff, beautiful, big, beautiful dog. I had an uncle who had one up there in Nebraska. And when we pulled up, he came lumbering up to the car and his head was right equal with the window, the driver's window. And I was afraid to get out. I mean, his head was huge, bigger than my head. And they said, "Oh, yeah, he's fine." But they're big, beautiful dogs. Water pump hoses, radiator, all of that, and more has to be fixed. Yep, they get a few years old. Well, it sounds like you're doing it yourselves, so that's much cheaper than taking it to a mechanic. This Honda that we have, this Honda Accord, our friend Oki knows her from growing up in Okinawa, Japan. She had it for the last 12 or 14 years. And before that, her husband bought it brand new. And so um, she was taking it to this mechanic who, in my opinion, was ripping her off. They were telling her, "Well, you need to fix this, this, and this." And she's not mechanically inclined, and so she was trusting them, and she just got sick of dumping money into it. What it needed when I got it was a power steering pump, and I think they were quoting her like $1,800 for that. It's $100 pump, and I spent 3 hours putting it in, and it runs good. It's got some other issues too that need work, but for almost 20-year-old car, that's the way it is. Dogs would eat people food and scraps. Now they have special foods, something in the foods. That could be, Brene, could be. Now, one thing Oki does is she cooks a mixture of hamburger and vegetables and rice, and we add it to Lucas's food in the evening. And that gives him a little special. And he really looks forward to evening dinners. He loves that. Yeah, that's the thing, huh, Lily? Because see, it looks fine here. Lily T is your normal name. Weird. Catherine Cook, good morning, good morning. Just woke up. Catherine, are you guys going to see some rain? I understand there's some rain that's going to start building tomorrow off the Mogollon Rim and heading south towards us. And that's usually the heaviest, toughest rainstorms, the ones that come off the rim up there. One of the rescues was a mother of 5 children in Phoenix. Never heard how it turned out. I didn't either. Roy, I didn't either. Oh, I got a sneeze coming. Let's see if I can hold it. Yeah, that's very sad. Sandra had to put her copper down. It's always tough when you have to do that. How old was Copper, Lily? I don't think I've ever heard. 8 or 9, something like that. Is that right? That's right. Everyone have a great day. Kathleen says, "Happy 4th of July. If I don't see you before then, good to have you, Kat. Thanks for popping in." The rain bubble has been moved over quartzsite. At first, it was only the easter. Yeah, it's moving west now. Jock just takes his ball and finds shade to lay in. Then I know he's done. Yeah, they know, right? They know. And as they get older, they slow down. Ray says it's cooled up in Ohio, been in the 90s. 81 now, going up to 84. 10 degrees cooler than the last couple of weeks. Look at that. We got Misha in the house. Happy Monday. Tomorrow maybe rain. That's what I'm hearing too. Here comes Naj popping in. Never late, never late. Hey Siri, is it going to rain here tomorrow?
There's a slight chance of rain tomorrow.
10%. Now, who do you believe? I don't know. It gets frustrating in the desert sometimes. They're telling you we're going to get rain tomorrow, and you watch the storms come in and they go right around you. Not saying hello. All right. Wife wants to go to town. That means Dan goes to town. I know how that works. All right, Lily. Drink water and stay cool. I can drink the water, but the only way I'm going to stay cool is in the air conditioning. So that's where we'll stay today. Ah, isn't that funny how it happens? They say, get ready, it's going to rain. And then it goes to 10%. All right, what else is going on here? I'm hoping to have another nice shot of Ragged Top when we have the rain move in. Yeah, so I always start Monday off with Ava Potterfield and friends. So she was feeling pretty bad on Friday, so they canceled their Friday live stream. And she's looking good today, though. She's feeling better. Traveling Merton and Sue did a great interview with an acupuncturist up in Quartzsite. So Dee was watching the video, and Box Fan D is having some issues with pain in her shoulder. So she was talking about maybe going to this acupuncture in Quartzsite and seeing if she could help her. So I think she will. I've done acupuncture and it helped me a lot, especially my lower back and my left knee. I had a lot of work done on those for probably 6 months. And I went from barely able to walk to, almost no pain at all. So I actually had to run 2 ACs yesterday. Yeah, I believe it was pretty hot. And so the swamp cooler is not keeping up with the house. So I've got the house on air conditioning. And of course, the bill will skyrocket. But that's what you have to put up with when you live in the desert. Anyway, check out Sue's interview with the acupuncture lady in Quartzsite. And the nice thing about this lady is she does some community work too. She'll set up, I'm not sure where she sets up, but she has multiple people come in from Quartzsite that are low income, and she just takes payments of what they can afford. She doesn't have a set rate. So she's helping a lot of people. And I didn't realize what it takes to become an acupuncturist. Now, mine was educated at the University of Arizona, and I guess it's quite a 4-year program that they have to go through to be certified. So it's nice to have that lady in Quartzsite because I'm sure people can use the help. So 4th of July is coming up. And with all the craziness going on, we're debating whether we want to go into town and watch fireworks or watch them from here. We just might maybe drive partially into town. I don't know. We're still kicking it around. they're talking about those sleeper cells that are in the U.S. and of course they might target crowds, and so you have to be careful nowadays. So I think I like to stay home and maybe cook some burgers with the kids. Oh, she also writes the newspaper in Quartzsite. That's cool. Very cool. All right, so what are you guys doing for July 4th? Anything special? Out here in the Ironwood Forest National Monument, they have a big sign up when you drive in, no fires allowed. No open flames, no fireworks, no open fires. So we're not doing any fireworks because it's so dry. Now maybe we'll get an inch of rain tomorrow. We'll be better. We'll see. And then did you guys hear about that shooter in Idaho? So this guy went up into the mountains, I guess, and lit a fire. And when the firefighters responded up there, he started shooting at them, and he killed 2 of them, and I guess wounded a bunch more. And I understand they found him dead up there. I don't know if they took him out or if he took himself out, but very sad to think that firefighters who we depend on, to save our homes, are targeted in that way. It's really too bad. Yeah, we're under a burn ban, have been for a long time. So I've got a bunch of tree trimmings and yard waste here, a big pile of it. I sit outside my driveway, Brene says. War zone of fireworks all night. Oh my. Yeah, I remember living in town. We had that in Tucson too, where even the night before you'd be in bed and kaboom, there'd be a big firework go off in the alley or something. Oh, you got a name for the guy, huh? Wes Rowley was the Idaho sniper. So did anybody hear what was his deal? What was he trying to get across? Oh, that's nice, Nosh. Yeah, that's nice. We can see some of them from our property. But we can drive 10 miles. We're probably 25, 30 miles from where they kick off the fireworks. So we can drive partway in maybe and sit and watch them. Oh, okay. It's also the anniversary of the 19 hotshot firemen killed in Arizona. Remember that. There's Vangirl Cheryl. Welcome, welcome. You got done with your interview. Hope it worked out okay. Haven't heard what his issue was yet. So they'll have to do an investigation and check his background, all his social media posts and all that, and see what his deal was. All right, I'm going to run my members video. If you guys don't mind, can you hang out 1 second? And thank you to all the channel members. I'll be right back.
Out there, you lift me up so high. The support you give me makes me touch the sky. In every lonely moment, when shadows start to fall, your love shines like a beacon. I hear your heartfelt call. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine. My proudly stand. You're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. Desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand. You're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles.
Thank you very much to the members, Roy and Becky. 31 months, awesome. Cost you 99 cents if you want to jump in and be part of the membership group. Thank you to all the members. Appreciate it very much. Looking at, I always enjoy looking at fun facts and trivia. And I bet you didn't know it is impossible for most people to lick their own elbow. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's true. I don't think I can stretch that. Did you know a crocodile cannot stick his tongue out? Thank you, Naj. 21 months. Appreciate it very much. It's physically impossible for pigs to look up into the sky. Now, that's interesting. One thing that Lucas has learned, he goes out when we get the chucker stick and we're throwing the ball to him. He runs, I'll bet it's 30 yards out into the yard, and he'll sit and he'll wait for you to throw it. And he watches as it arcs over and lands next to him, and he'll reposition to catch it. And so he'll try to catch it off the first bounce. So it bounces, and then he jumps up and grabs it. And he actually looks up and watches the ball come down. And I notice that he watches the hawks too when they fly over. No, it's a no, right? I can't do it either. It's a no. If you sneeze too hard, you can fracture a rib. Oh, here's a good one for YouTubers. If you wear headphones for just an hour, it could increase the bacteria in your ear by 700 times. Ooh, I don't know about that. Yeah, he is smart. In the course of an average lifetime while sleeping, you might eat around 70 assorted insects, 10 spiders or more. Have you ever been woken up with something crawling on you at night? I have. You do the panic, what is that? And it's dark and you can't see anything, and you pop up and hopefully you have a light close by. 70 assorted insects and 10 spiders or more. Ooh. Hey, ladies, did you know that some lipstick contains fish scales? I didn't know that. Cat urine glows under a black light. I think all urine does. Heebie-jeebies, Misha says. Heebie-jeebies, yeah. I knew someone who fractured their spine. Ooh, my gosh. Now, as we get older, I'm 69 years old. As we get older and creaky, and I guess our bones get get to the point where it's easy to fracture them. You don't want to know what some makeup is made of, right? Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. There's Gracie. Love spending my Monday mornings here. We enjoy having you too, Gracie. Thank you for your support. There she is, Bat Poo. Tracy says, Bat Poo? Is that what you ladies put on your face? Ew. Ivan K is back. Did you get your packing done? Good to have you, Tracy. Good to have you. How did the van repairs come out? Hopefully they didn't soak you for too much. So when we had our older dogs, they have trouble controlling their bladder sometimes, and we had carpet in a few rooms of the house. We've only got one room with carpet in it now. And we used to take a black light around to see if they peed on the carpet, and that was one of those little flashlight black lights that would show up if they peed on the carpet. Still waiting for them to finish. $1,495. Seems like you can't get out of the shop for less than $1,500, huh? Well, they'll get it fixed up for you. You said it was a minivan. Did you know your tongue print is different? Everybody has different tongue prints, just like fingerprints. A unique tongue print. I didn't know this. Rubber bands last longer when refrigerated. I can see that down here in the desert where it's really dry. Did you know there's 293 ways to make change for $1? When you're typing on a keyboard, a person's left hand does 56% of the typing when using the proper position of the hands on the keyboard. It doesn't include hunting and pecking, which is what I do. A shark is the only known fish that can blink with both eyes. I can blink. Oh, I'm not a fish, though. The longest one-syllable word in the English language? One-syllable word in the English language. The longest word is scraunched. And strength with an ED on it. I don't know about that. Did you know that almonds are a member of the peach family? I don't believe that. It says that right here. Almonds are a member of the peach family. Maine is the only state that has a one-syllable name. Maine. I guess so. Who in the heck licked the fingerprint iPad? Inkpad, right? Right? 6 years since retirement, Renee says. And I understand that carpal tunnel syndrome is something that people deal with that do a lot of typing. I know when I was flying a desk at the co-op and then in the military, I had trouble with that too, but mine's healed up pretty good. Almonds kind of look like a peach pit. Yeah. I don't think that would taste very good, would it? All right. I did um, you know, Box Fan D had a birthday recently, and I did a birthday song using Suno. I'm just going to play a minute of it so you guys can see what you can do with Suno. Anyway, happy 73rd birthday to Box Fan D.
On this special day, we gather here to cheer for a heart so warm, a friend we hold dear. Box Fendi, you're a shining light. With every act of kindness, you make the world bright. Happy birthday, Box Fendi. Your love and wisdom inspire endlessly. With every smile and every deed, you lift us up, you're all we need. Through the ups and downs, you always stand tall, giving hope and strength, you're a friend to us all. With each little gesture, you spread so much cheer. Today we celebrate you for all that you are, my dear. Happy birthday.
Anyway, it's a 3-minute long song and came out pretty good. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, happy birthday, Miss D. Yeah. 73 years old. I think so too. It came out really good. And what you can do is put the type of music that you want in there. And I noticed that Dee did a song on there. And so I basically copied her. You know, you got the typical rock and country, and she did one that said was folk, acoustic, and uplifting. And so that's what I used for that song when it asks you to describe the type of music. And it came out pretty nice. I texted that link to her and posted it on the channel. So yeah, it came out pretty good. Now I was trying to get rid of Epidemic Sound. I actually canceled my subscription for a month and tried to move to Suno, and I think I may do that eventually. But like the intro videos that I have on my channel, the first two videos that I play were done with Epidemic Sound, and I like the music. And I got a copyright strike on 3 live streams. And so I redid my Epidemic Sound subscription until I completely move out of their music and exclusively to Suno, which is cheaper. It's $10 a month versus like 17 or whatever Epidemic Sound is. So eventually I'm going to move when I get ready to get rid of those first 2 videos. Yeah, it looks like the channel names are all back to normal, and I don't know why. Ivan, I don't know why. I did Google that, and they said that you have to go into your own channel and make sure that it displays correctly, and you can change that on your own channel. Oh, look at that! Gracie's birthday is this Wednesday. Very cool. Happy birthday to Gracie and Box Fan D. Very cool. Happy birthday, Gracie. All right, Cheryl, thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Divine Mojo is here. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. I got kind of a late start today because I had technical difficulties. So this is what I'm hoping to see. This is a wash in our property that runs through the property. It's the watershed for the mountains up there. And when we get about an inch of rain, this is what we see during monsoon season. And this was July 14th of 2024. This is rain coming through our property. That's what we're hoping to see. And there's one more video. I lost my spot here. One more video that shows the road crossing. I have so many in here now. Here we go. Here's the road crossing that goes with that wash. That was last July, July 14th, 2024. That was all the rain that showed up in the mountains back behind me. And when it gets enough rain, then we get water flow down by us. So we're hoping for that here in the next few days. So far, we haven't had. Okay, rattlesnakes are out. Got a little guy here. Knock on wood, we haven't seen any rattlesnakes on the property so far this year. Now, I have been controlling the rodent population, and that definitely helps. Yeah. We see it here, people get in their mindset of, I can make it through that, and sometimes they don't. It's interesting because when the big storms roll through, we can be 110 degrees, and then that storm rolls through, and then it drops it to like 72. It's really interesting to experience. Yeah, it's a lot of water. No snakes, no sneaky snakes, Naj says. No, no, no. What else do I have to show you here? I got a deer at the water hole, which we see occasionally. And some of those same deer still come around. That was 2 years ago, back in 2023, and, there's 3 of those, uh, deer that still come around, and then there's a nice buck that we see occasionally. But it's pretty cool to have water. You know, we have a water hole for them, and it's pretty neat to watch them. Bambi tastes good, Naj says. No snakes there either, huh? Now it's getting to be too hot for them, and when you find snakes now, they'll be in shade or underneath somewhere looking for protection. The sausage is wonderful, Ivan says. All right, we're coming up on 57 minutes, so I'm going to run a couple outro videos. Thanks, everybody, for being here and hanging out with me. I appreciate your patience the first 10 minutes while I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on, and I still don't know what it was. But I didn't give up, and thanks very much, everybody, for being here, and we'll see you next time.
Wake up to a brand new day. Smile at the sun's warm ray. Greet the world with open arms. Spread good vibes and charms. Kind words change the scene. Make life feel like a dream. Help someone who's in need. Plant a little kindness seed. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. Together we can make it. Love's the way to fake it. Leave a little joy behind in every heart you'll find. No need for heavy words. Be like chirping birds. Simple acts can heal. Make every moment real. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. No need for heavy words. Be like chirping birds. Simple acts can heal. Make every moment real. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. Light up the world. Do you want a new version of me? Just because when you're deep in daydreams, when nothing's forbidden, am I enough? If you could change, that'll take from